we go. Hello,
need
guys.
to be
We're live.
in your crimes. Hey,
The boys.
It's just the boys today.
It's a boy stream today. Yeah,
It
It's
is
a
the
boy
boys.
stream.
Yeah.
It's
I just went to Oktoberfest.
Tuesday. I almost said it was Wednesday a minute ago. It's Tuesday. We're playing Curse of Strahd.
All day, baby.
For a few hours today.
All of now.
All of now until a few hours from now. All of that time, Curse of Strahd. I'm Dylan. I'm Dungeon Master. I'm joined by three of my good boys. Not the bad, although
I'm a good boy.
I was about to say, if you guys want to be bad boys, we can be bad boys. Like, what you gonna do when they come for you, right? Like,
Well, first
don't
is
worry,
one of those
Dylan.
boys that comes for you.
I'm bad at everything.
that's my secret. I'm bad at everything.
Oh no!
No.
Winks.
Sumner.
It just does that. When I lift my desk, it's like, and I just click start video on Zoom, and it's like, what's up? I never left.
Hey, there it is.
Well, do we have any announcements? I know last week we had a lot because it was our launch week for the new FE schedule.
That's an awfully big question. Let's see what we got going on. So I'm going to go to the announcements in Discord and see what kind of
Friday.
events.
Wait, Sumner. Discord?
Yeah, we are.
What is
Discord.
this Discord I hear so much about?
Yeah,
Wait, what's
invites
this
in our
Discord about?
description. Yeah, so in the Discord we have a Fright Night on this Friday, which I believe is a scary movie night.
Is it scary movie or scary games? I think it's scary games.
Is it Scary Games?
I think Scary Movies is a different night.
Yeah, it's a
That's the next Scary Movie watch party. Yeah, Fright Night, Scary Games. Oh, that's gonna be fun. So I'll be there for sure. I'm actually available this time. Hell
Spooky,
yeah!
scary.
Skeletons.
Why you know where? Oh my gosh, Biku's killing me. I'm so sorry, guys. Y'all are being such good. I'm dropping
While
the ball
he's fixing
here.
that, I
don't
will
think I can.
make an
Alright.
announcement.
Oh,
So, contrary to popular belief, Deck of Many Fates was not indeed canceled, as we had the expectation.
Yeah.
I made so
Would
many
be.
memes about it though.
We had some heated emails with Twitch staff, but after a lot of deliberation, we're staying.
Still living, baby.
Yeah.
And am happy to say that our first edition of Fateful Origins, which is our interview segment for Deck of Many Fates, is kicking off this Thursday with none other than
Whee!
Sumner. Yeah.
What?
Yay.
I had no idea, Sumners. That's why you're not coming to our in-person D&D game on Thursday.
Yeah. I'm
So
being
we're very
interviewed.
excited for that. And there are some awesome questions from you, the amazing community that we have for Sumner, that I can't wait to ask him. So if there's anything that you've been dying to ask Sumner that you've always wanted to know, that's where you drop it. Because I'm going to be asking the hard-hitting questions. We're going to go deep into his psyche and
Yep.
soul. Find out what makes him tick.
And to give you a sneak peek, I will read one of the questions,
Yes.
but I can't read. That's your sneak peek.
Oh, shit.
More Thursday.
More zingers like that. So
my
that's what's
to-do
going
list, but I
on
can't read the damn thing.
Thursday. Tomorrow is bounty board. Are we continuing the chrono?
The chronolometer.
Or
Yes.
The chronolometer.
The chronolometer being stolen. That one shot continues tomorrow.
The Declaration of Chronologic is
with Dylan, Mick, and Kinsey tomorrow. And then the next one shot, who knows? Maybe we'll have a special guest. Stay tuned.
no Ash. Ash isn't here.
Same reason Ash isn't here
Where's
today.
Ash?
Same exact reason.
Why? She's on vacation. That's why.
Yeah, she's on vacation.
I was like ollieing it up, and no one went for the dunk, so I had to dunk it myself.
Yeah.
Great job, Dylan. You did great. Thanks, Dylan. But that's it for announcements. Let's get to it, my friends. Last week in Curse of Strahd, you guys, we slowed down for a little bit. It was a very high-paced amount of action, a lot of things going on, and last week you guys started off in combat. Like, it was that high tense pace that we ended with combat. You guys nearly killed this werewolf, got him to 2 health,
He stole my knife. It's stuck inside of me.
And but Ludmilla, I mean, between her like self-healing and her crawling up walls and shit, she was fine. Between magic and beating the shit out of you guys, she put you all to sleep, pretty much, knocked you out. Ash Thistle went feral, is what I'll just call it. She went feral, blacked out, does not remember a thing. But Pumpkin did a great little interpretation of what happened, and make of that what you will. The group then was then dealing with the repercussions of Arnie dying. That werewolf that helped kill Arnie stole Arnie's coat. So the cool trench coat that Arnie's been sporting that everyone's been jealous of is now in the hands of as is Thistle's skull helmet. When she went feral, she threw it to the side and it got picked up by somebody who leapt over the wall of Valaki, as a bystander said.
And we have
Irina, guidance,
Pumpkin or Nim.
Ooh, Pumpkin or Nim. All right. Well, Pumpkin came up with a knife. I mean, I like really that TikTok of or that Vine, whatever it is, of the kid running by the pool is like, what do you got there? A knife? No, that was Pumpkin. Spent 3 turns running up trying to stab Ludmilla and missed because
I was so happy he didn't stab Alistair.
So Irina, kind of realizing she has no safe place left to be, and tired of running, she's decided to, I guess, kind of go on the offensive and try and stop Strahd. You guys came up with a plan to check out, based on the tarot readings from Madame Ava, you are going to check out the House of the Dragon, which Irina could only assume is a large castle near Valaki called Argynvostholt, which has been in ruins for a long time. But I mean, if Madame Ava had a fortune reading of you guys going there, that's where you're gonna go. That's a point to check out. You also talked about going to the Abbey of Saint Markovia, north of Kresk, where the Abbey there is a holy man who is a renowned healer, but recently has even brought someone back from the dead. And so figuring that there's some divine insight, some holy help to be had there, that's another thing on your to check off list. You guys also have decided to, while you're down near Argynvostholt, check out this X on the map that Theofran had given to First back in the prisons of Waterdeep.
Yeah,
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Pinnacle moment.
I'm a felon.
So we have 2 X's, one at the windmill.
3.
3? Where's the third one?
Windmill, that thing, and on the very far left, that looks like the Wicker Man.
Oh, I see it. Oh my goodness. It just blends right in. Okay.
It won't bring back your honey. Anyway, you also went to Mordecai went to go visit your friend Arbo, the little Vistani girl who you saved from drowning. She had a vision, a what she believed was an accurate tarot reading involving you guys. She saw that there would be 3 trials potentially. She saw the 3 trials to assist you, 3 to enhance your own abilities, and 3 to weaken your enemy. I'm not going to read it again.
Okay.
All right. Rude.
We'll see if it comes up, but
Rude.
I've already done enough explaining. What are you guys' thoughts and feelings about the campaign so far? Where, how are we feeling? Lost 2.
I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with First.
What do you mean?
First was very adamant about bringing Lady Wachter into power, and it turns out she is very loyal to Strahd.
Yep.
And now Fame is dead. And Arnie.
And yeah.
Up top.
Yep.
Yeah.
So things are going well.
Yeah.
But you've gained a brand new friend.
I actually, because we leveled up, I actually almost took Sentinel, but I took something else instead. I'll probably take Sentinel next time I can choose a feat, though.
Okay.
I did kind of realize something, though. With the group now being Mordecai, Thistle, Alistar, and First, aside from first, we're kind of an aggressive bunch. So that's an interesting, where first is like the most human bunny ears up in the air, quotation marks, of the group so far. Granted, we don't know Alistar super well, but based on recent events, you're fairly trigger happy, aggressive,
Yeah.
angry boy.
Yeah. Angry stab boy. Alistair. More like Palister. Am I right?
I love that.
Yeah.
That is good.
I actually don't even know your class, my dude. I know you're. I know you uncannily dodged.
You can't just like assume someone's class. The game's not about classes, man.
I'm gonna
It's
guess
about
it's
who you
not.
are as a
Nolan,
person.
you can't just ask somebody what their class is.
You're right.
You can't just ask why people are their class.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what creates class wars.
True.
He's absolutely right. Anyway, so we come in. You guys are you guys got a long rest and are heading off, starting the day heading in the direction of the circled castle on the map that Irina has told you is called Argynvost Holt.
Have we left town yet? Because there are some supplies that.
Not yet.
Okay.
We kind of left it off on the plan has been made and you'll start in the morning. But that doesn't mean like you can't get some supplies if you need to.
Speaking of supplies, so Monkey Man a while back gave us some stuff, and I remember Mordecai took two things: the shift weave and the Infininaut. It wasn't the shift weave, but it was basically a shift weave. So I just put that in my inventory, and then the Infininaut. Do we have a list of the other ones on hand? I guess I know they're in the
Infininaut was not
inventory of the
given
other
to you.
characters.
The Infininaut was not given to you by Monkey Man. The Infininaut was given to you by Bartok, the traveling salesman.
Oh, that's right.
The
That's
same
right.
guy
that's
you
right.
also got the gloves of Banshee strength from.
Oh no, is the one that there was the thing. Yeah,
That
but
wasn't from Monkey Man. That was from Bartok, the traveling salesman.
yes, you're absolutely right.
You also got
Y'all took it. Yeah.
you got Nolzur's marvelous pigments. You've got a decanter of endless milk, a bag of withholding. You've got the book of exalted deeds, a never melting candle, and you got rid of the gloves of Banshee strength, didn't you?
Well, yeah,
Those are the ones that,
definitely.
like,
No,
changed
I
his
still
voice,
have them
right?
technically. Sorry, what?
I don't know if you got rid of them. I knew that you had them, got cursed, and then decursed.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. But Monkey Man gave you a cleansing stone. Monkey Man gave you he did give you shift weave
Yes.
that had some pre-installed
Designated.
designs. You got a wand of smiles.
That's right.
You've got a staff of flowers.
I have
and
the one to smiles as well, actually.
That might be. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we divided all of it up, and then two people left the party. So I'm just making sure we still have everything. Because I want to use them.
Okay.
Gloves of Banshee. Okay, cool.
It was the wand of smiles, shift weave, pipe of smoke monsters.
Yes.
No, yeah, and
Don't
The
you
wand
have
of
that,
smiles
Bruce?
and the cleansing stone.
I feel like I do, but that's just because I wanted it.
You with no lungs. I just like the way it looks.
Just so I could hold it like this.
It just makes me feel cool to hold it.
So, Alistair, you wanted to get some shopping done this morning.
Yes.
You go on a shopping spree?
Indeed. I would. Is there a blacksmith or perhaps a general store?
Why, yes, there is.
Wonderful. I'll go to the blacksmith first.
Okay. You make your way to the blacksmith. It's a little, not meaning to make a pun here, it's a little dead in the blacksmith. There's not a whole lot of sound or like commotion, considering the 2 days ago, the entire town was on fire and vampires were murdering people in the streets.
I don't know about you, but that's what I call a good time. Is there anyone in the blacksmith, or is it just an abandoned building?
So as you enter the blacksmith, there are weapons and less weapons. There are some weapons, but it's more like tools. Still on the wall, there's still some forged chainmail for town guards and such. It doesn't look completely ransacked or anything, so you imagine that someone's still here to kind of make sure no one loots the place, but they're not like actively having like sitting behind the counter like, oh, welcome into my wonderful blacksmithy.
Well, this looks promising. And I just, Alistair clears his throat to see if any sort of shopkeep will emerge.
As you clear your throat, you hear a loud metal on metal crashing sound, as if several maybe sheets of metal, pieces of armor, weapons have all fallen on each other in a loud commotion. And you hear, "What? Who's there? I'll come." And you see you see movement come around to the front of the store here. And as you get a better look at this person, they're only about half your height. It's a dwarf man with a red and gray peppered beard. He's balding on the top of his head, but he's got the sides of his hair pulled back and down into a braid down to his mid-back. He's brandishing both his blacksmith's hammer and in his left hand, he's got a longsword. And he brandishes them both at you. What are you doing here? You're not getting any of my stuff today.
On the contrary, my friend, there's no need for that. I've simply come to make a few purchases, perhaps.
Oh! He puts the sword and hammer down. Oh, you'll have to forgive me. I had some people try to come in and take some of me wares the other night. I'm not too big of a... not in the... He like takes a moment to like reset himself. He takes a deep breath. What can I help you with?
I am looking for some very specific weapons and equipment. I hope perhaps that you can oblige me.
What kind of weapons are you looking for?
Tell me, my friend, do you happen to have a whip or perhaps a chain whip by chance? Chain would be preferable. Silver, if you have it.
But I don't have any silver whips.
Damn.
But if you're looking for a regular whip, I work with metal here. I wouldn't really be working with a leather whip. If you want a chain whip, I could probably, I have chains. I could throw a handle on there and try and maybe make you one. Is that what that's?
Yes, and perhaps a head of a mace on the end, like a morning star. Something that would really pack a punch.
He kind of gets this look over his face as you're describing this, like, I like this idea. All right, laddie, give me one moment. I'll see if I can whip it up for you. I've got all the pieces. I just need to see if I can assemble them. I'm not sure if it's something that's easily doable, but
sure.
I'll see what I can do.
Now,
he kind of waddles his way into the back. He's favoring his right leg as if he's got an injury of some kind. You hear the rattling of some chains being picked up, some clanking of some metal. As you kind of peer around the corner, you see that he had a box full of just miscellaneous parts that he assumed, like in a panic, dropped and rushed out when he thought someone was going to loot his store. Digging through some of that, he pulls out a chain and heads over to where he's got some stocks that he has pre-made. And grabs a fully formed mace off the wall. He takes the mace over to his anvil and clamps it on by the mace head, and takes his, he reaches for his hammer on his belt, which is not there because he left it on the countertop. So he waddles over to his wall where he has, spare blacksmithing tools and takes a different hammer. This one looks a little newer and less worn, maybe not as trusty hammer. And with one swing, breaks off this handle of this mace. He takes the mace head and holds up the chain, and you see a pensive look come over his face. Laddie, this is going to take a little bit more thought than I might have originally thought. Can you come back in maybe a day or so, and I can see if I can? He takes the head of this mace and touches it to the chain. See how I can attach these two.
Sure. My companions and I will be leaving town tomorrow morning, so I should just be fine. But before you continue on with the weapon there, I require a few other items, should you have them.
And what else would you be needing there?
Well, first and foremost, do you happen to have any silver?
Aside from coins in my pocket, I don't really deal in silver.
Damn. Of course not. Tell me. He gestures towards the chainmail. You wouldn't happen to have anything that would keep it lighter, yet still protect, would you?
What are you looking for? I mean, I'm a blacksmith. I deal in metal and metallurgy. Not really the
Metallurgy.
leather and cloth crafter.
Something hard, but supple, able to move. I believe it is, what is the word? Mithril, I believe. Have you heard of that by chance?
Oh, I've heard of it, laddie, but I've never seen mithril in my life.
Shit. Well, that figures. Well, let's see. I'm down a dagger. Do you happen to have another one of those? Like this, and he pulls his kukri out, spins it.
I might have something like that, actually. He waddles over to a trunk at the side of this armory and opens it up. It's filled to the brim with daggers, not neatly stacked or arranged. It is a mess. But right on top is a dagger exactly matching yours.
Oh.
He picks it up. This piece I've had maybe a day. It was sold to me by a young lad who said he needed to feed his mother now that the tailory is burned down and she is out of a job.
You say, eh? Where might I find this lad? Because this is my dagger.
Well, seeing as I'm the one who paid for it, it's my dagger.
Alistair spins it up, stabs it in the counter. I believe you're mistaken. You found my dagger that was lost. How kind of you, sir.
Laddie, if you're trying to cheat me out of something that I've paid good money for, you're talking to the wrong dwarf.
I see. Perhaps I misspoke. He leans forward. If I wanted to slit your fucking throat and take my property back, I would. However, since you're doing me a kindness by working on this item, I'm amenable to what you paid for it. And perhaps a little extra for information of the location of the man who sold it to you. He takes the dagger out of the thing, spins it back into the holster.
Give me an intimidation check.
That flew out of Barador.
And correct if I'm wrong, but
Natural 20.
never mind. I was going to say, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you have inspiration if you want. Natural 20. It's a poor businessman to be dealing harm to my customers, but seeing as you are an inventive lad and I'd like to keep in good touch with you, I'll give it to you for the price I paid for it.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what. I'll pay you all at once when the work is done. You hang on to the dagger for now, and I'll return when it's ready. But what happened to your leg? I noticed you're limping.
Oh,
You don't just ask someone.
During the event a couple of nights ago, I rushed out to try and, stop whatever brigand was setting fire to the town, and this man, he's bigger than me, I'll give you that, but not bigger than me, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
What?
He picked me up by my shirt collar and threw me into a wall as if I was nothing. As if I was just a piece of paper. And suffice to say that I am not the dwarf I used to be. Not in my 70s anymore.
I see. Well, I hate to hear that, my friend. One last thing. Do you have anything like this lying about? He pulls a stake off of his thigh. Anything like these, perhaps?
Give me one moment, laddie. And he waddles back into his shop, and you see him kind of taking some tools off the wall. And he actually rips two of the spikes that hold some of the some of the tools on the wall off the wall. And he brings out 4. They're a little bit smaller than your standard stakes, but they're still pretty sizable wooden spikes. I won't be needing these for a while.
Perfect. Just what I needed. Well, I'll leave you to your work, but I believe you were going to tell me where to find this customer of yours before I leave.
I like you, lad. You've got grit, and I like that. But I also know a man who's out for harm when I see one.
Mm.
A lot of people come in here and buy my wares for self-protection, but also for other things. And I can tell who's who. And I would be doing that lad a disservice to put you on the path to finding this guy. So you're getting your dagger back for 2 gold. Call that a win.
I don't quite think you understand something. You see, I'm not some common thief or brigand or mercenary. I'm a professional. The only people that I kill are ones that need killing, particularly those of a monstrous sort, if you catch my meaning. I have reason to believe that your customer came by this dagger by the fact that it was thrown into his back when he was, say, not himself. If that is the case, I intend to deal with him. And if not, perhaps he can point me towards the individual I do seek.
For just the fact that this is a game's sake, I want you to roll me a persuasion check, but just know that the DC is really low because that was really good.
I got a 16.
Hey, you know what? That way beats it.
Woo!
That one.
All right, laddie. The boyo who found it is, his name's Mur, and he lives with his mother and younger sister on the north side of town by the gates to Lake Zarovich.
Much obliged, my friend. I'll be back for the weapon in the morning. Thank you for your time and information.
And with that, he kind of and leaves.
All right.
And I reunite with my companions.
All right. You reunite with your companions.
So like I was saying first, I don't know if I trust this Altair. Hi, hello.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
I've acquired a bit of news that I believe is quite interesting.
You found your other dagger, didn't you?
Oh, I did indeed. Moreover, I believe I found the individual that had it stabbed into him.
Ah,
That is good news.
Indeed. He indicated that he is a young man by the name of Murr, lives on the north side of town with his family.
you give
Those
a,
shit sold my
you
property.
give a height and weight on old Murr?
He just said he was a young man.
Well, it appears that we have a good lead, I'd say.
Indeed. When we meet this young man, I have the precise manner in which we can figure out if he is indeed our werewolf. And if he is, we're going to cut out his fucking heart. Objections?
None here.
I sure like your enthusiasm. Do we know what old Murr looks like? We know what werewolves look like sometimes, but we looking at a human boy, a handsome tiefling like myself? What are we talking about?
I believe he's a human. He's a native here of Valaki. He lives with his mother and family. I didn't get a fucking description. I know where he is, Mordecai.
I mean, I can hear myself through first. I think your speaker and mic first. My apologies.
Really drives home my point.
All right. Well, all right. Well, I suppose we're following you. Thistle's off and about. Might as well.
That's probably for the best.
You have not seen Thistle at all today.
Probably for the best. If this Murr is indeed a werewolf, I would prefer that Thistle were not around for what we are going to have to do. Although, I will warn you, gentlemen, we may have to kill the boy, and he would not be in wolf form. Are you opposed to that?
Yeah, a bit, if I'm being honest. Not much
If
of
he is a
a...
werewolf, he is a servant of Strahd. That has been proven. And
Right.
he will have to die.
First's on board. That's 2-1, Mordecai. Let's go.
Alrighty. I mean, whoever
Pumpkin,
got a vote
Pumpkin
from a
pulls
bard
out
anyway.
the same knife he had last night and just holds it up, standing next to Alistair.
Well, it seems like that's 3-1.
Oh, that's barely a vote. Look at him.
Good boy, Pumpkin.
If he voted to not, it's still not counted. Wait, no, you wait, hold on. Time out, Pumpkin. I'm not doing you no justice. You're on our side. Nah, your votes still don't count. All right, fine, let's do it.
Excellent.
Mordecai, what's your AC?
My AC 14. Does he shiv me?
He stabs you in the calf.
Fine, your vote counts. And I pull the dagger out and I throw it across the courtyard.
He runs his little piddle-paddly, waddly legs over and gets it.
And while he's running towards the dagger, I say, let's go, hurry, let's go. And he begins running in a direction.
Which direction?
To the right, the opposite direction that he threw the knife.
Okay. So you are running east down the streets of Valaki.
Yeah, first is walking.
Yeah, Alistair's walking to the
The worst use of guidance ever.
to the north side of town.
All right. Where's first walking?
I'm assuming I'm following Alistair, but
Okay, so first and Alistair go north.
Mordecai's just
Mordecai runs east. So let's just move tokens around.
I mean, I'm not gonna run like crazy east, like, and not like lose track of everyone. If I see him not being followed, I'll go, God damn it, and I'll go back to the group and head east.
So then,
I do the whole "I'm watching you" gesture to Pumpkin as I bleed profusely from the calf.
Alistair reaches into his belt and pulls out a dart and hands it to Pumpkin.
There you are. Learn to throw one of these and you can hit your enemies from afar.
Pumpkin takes it and holds it by the tip of the dart and like tosses it up, and it does like a little flip, and he catches it again by the tip of the dart. He does this like 3 or 4 times. He pulls from his waist one of the dead rats that have been kind of wadded up into a ball and begins juggling this dart you've given him with his rat balls, his balls of dead rats.
You know, I feel I grow to love Pumpkin more and more every day.
Hey, Pumpkin, he's kind of limping so hard. It's kind of like looking down on him as he's walking right next to Pumpkin. We're cool, right? Like, we're truce? Truce? And he kind of hands out he extends his hand out.
Pumpkin takes your hand. Again,
it's cold.
like it's hard to get a read on Pumpkin because his face literally, he cannot make any facial expressions.
Cold, tiny hand. Yeah, it's truce. Shake. And I kind of shake up and down. Do I feel him like also shaking with? Or am I just shaking his arm?
You feel, I mean, it's like shaking the hand of a 5-year-old. He's a small boy.
I mean, I feel no resistance whatsoever.
You feel resistance, but like it's the resistance of like a very tiny hand with a very short arm. So like as you shake, it kind of like shakes up to his shoulder even.
So no stabby? Yes, no stabby? Or no?
He doesn't have his knife
stabby?
out right now, so if that tells
so
you
he
anything.
can communicate pretty well with everyone else but me at this exact moment. Okay, he's being coy. He's being coy.
I don't know what you want me to do.
Being,
This is a thing that can't talk and he can't make facial expressions.
But he'll play charades with first. No, I get it. It's because I gotta earn this guy's trust. I understand now. He continues to limp forward.
We arrived at our destination.
All right, so you get to the north side of Vallaki, which is relatively undestroyed. That speaks more to how burned down a lot of the rest of Vallaki is. There are still several buildings that are just skeletons of what they originally were. Many of them have roofs that have large holes in them from fire. There are many smashed windows, broken in doors. Again, you don't really see anyone kind of walking for Vallaki, how it usually is, where there's, a dozen people anywhere, any direction you look at, you see maybe 1 or 2 people walking around. It's pretty scarcely populated.
I'd say the recent events have scared these people into hiding for the most part.
Yes, it certainly seems that way. It is a bit concerning. Oh, before I forget.
He opens his pouch and kind of starts looking through it.
Let's see here. Pelor, Eldath, Denir, Gond, Ilmata.
Are they just listing gods over there?
Lathander.
And he pulls out a symbol of Lathander.
This'll do for now.
Wait, do you
And he
just keep
puts
those
it over his
around?
neck.
Of course I do. You never know when you need to pose as some sort of cleric.
Fascinating. I keep this around my neck. And he pulls out a locket and he opens it. Has a tiny picture of himself. It reminds me that I am here.
It's
Doesn't help
important
much,
to keep
though.
what's truly important close to your heart. Looks itself.
And
It's just a
so
mirror.
you are. A true gift to those in need.
Yeah, it looks better than yours. That's pretty cool, though. Lathander, right? It's Lord of Light, something like that.
Sure, who really gives a shit? It's just gonna help me
God
get to
of
the boy.
Torches. Okay. Yeah. All right. Following your lead, Alistair.
So, sorry, go ahead.
So, Alistair, what was it that you needed at the blacksmith?
Required some more weapons. In particular, I wanted something that would perhaps prevent that misting event from happening in the future. It seems that things here like to run away instead of run towards you, so I figured it was a good idea to restock on some weapons.
Yeah. It's probably fair.
Yes, I recently learned a new spell myself. Because I also noticed that we were having trouble keeping these people near.
Yes. I like you first. Mordecai,
Yeah, what's up?
you're you. Now,
People keep telling me that.
when we talk to the woman and ask for her son, do not tip your hand to why we are actually here.
He pulls the same silver coin that he tried to use on Thistle out of his pouch and kind of affixes it under a small piece of cloth going under his over his hand.
I will be able to determine if the boy is indeed what we seek. If he is, we kill him swiftly and without prejudice. If he is not, we intimidate him to tell us where he found the dagger.
I will watch and be ready.
Yes. Keep your hand close to your weapon. There's no telling if the boy has perhaps infected his family.
So for the DM, the plan here is that I first has learned web, and if we do find out that this kid is supernatural, I'm gonna just open my hand, blast some web at him, and stick him to the wall.
Okay. I like the phrase learned some web. But I like the plan. So how are you going to find, what's the plan? Because you were told north near the gates to Lake Zarovich, a man who is whose mother used to work at the tailor before the tailor literally burned down. And that's kind of all you got to go on.
Well, I'd say I want to look around and see if I can perhaps locate any werewolf tracks specifically, or I want to look around at any windows or doors that looks like they may have been damaged or scratched, as if something was getting into it as opposed to destroying it.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
That is... that is L16.
Okay. There are several broken windows. Okay, so first off, tracks are difficult to see here. There are footprints kind of running all over the place. So finding, some run into buildings, some run out. It's all scuffed. Broken windows and doors. There are many that are hanging on their hinges. Glass. There's a lot of glass in the streets. You don't see, most windows are broken outwards, but you do see several of the doors are broken inwards, if that makes sense. The doors look like maybe someone broke in. The windows look like something broke out. I'm going to say every window looks that way with a 16. That's what you can tell.
Any hairs anywhere by chance, or blood?
With a 16, with as much like chaos and commotion that's gone on, I'm going to say you don't really find anything.
Damn, this might be harder than I thought.
All right.
Well, looks like option B it is.
And what might that be?
Yes, what is option B?
He looks around and grabs like a piece of wood that'll help let him stand a little bit higher. He steps on it.
Oh, dear people of Valaki.
Oh no.
Lythander looks over you and guides you through the world with the light, much as a shepherd guides his flock. Hear me, people, come to my voice so that I may guide you with his divine light.
That's the best you got. He stands up on something a little bit higher. It could be like 2 pieces of wood. It could be.
It's like you find the same sized box, but then you put like a piece of like a 2x4 on top of it.
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
like a quarter of an inch taller.
Exactly.
I got
Yeah. And I'm not, and I don't do this to interrupt him or try to rip anything out from him, but to complement what he's doing. I'm adding music to it and doing an enthralling performance. So as long as they listen for at least 1 minute, every target, which could be the first 4 people that either listen or stop, need to make a wisdom DC, a wisdom saving throw
Cool.
of DC
They
15. And they are charmed for 1 hour.
They are commoners and they rolled a 3. They are charmed.
So we have 4 commoners.
Yeah, so you start playing for a minute, and it's a good thing too, because Alistair, your speech, good speech as it is. These people 2 nights ago were attacked by vampires all over their town. They are very scared and not really wanting to come out of their house. Mordecai playing music, though, you do see some people kind of pretty relatively carefree, in a carefree manner. They walk out of their houses and come stand around listening to what you're saying, and also Mordecai's music.
You're doing great, buddy. You're doing great.
Now I know, good people, that you fear the creatures of the night, but Lathander is here to... Oh! What is that, my lord?
He clutches the symbol of Lathander.
Yes! There is someone here who can save? Someone who is chosen by you? A young lad, you say? Good people, the Lord Lathander has spoken to me himself, and he says... he is in need of a boy named Myrrh. Is there any such lad amongst you?
And while you said that, you had a light spell above you and Lathander was talking, and it moved as if Lathander is listening to them now.
All right. One of the people in the crowd speaks up. A older woman, maybe in her mid-50s. Are you talking about the seamstress's son?
Yes, that is who the Lord needs.
Well, wow, what is this accent? Last I saw him, he was going. He was bringing some bread home. And she gestures in a direction a little bit more north of where you guys are. I'm not going to make you roll for that. She points to a house maybe 3 or 4 buildings north of where you're holding your sermon on the corner street. He said he came into some money that he could feed his mother with.
Yes, you truly have done the Lord's work today, my lady. We take our leave of you. Good day. Come on, boys, let's go.
Thank you. We sure could use some of the morning Lord's grace. She clasps her hands together, like in a prayer-like fashion, but it's the gesture is much more, thank you.
Yes, light wash over you as if it were a calf in a stream. Yes.
Yeah, it's super bright.
Here's Lathander.
And we head over to the...
So the building indicated again, pretty same condition as almost every other building around. Windows are smashed. The front door is beaten in. As you approach, you can see inside, and you see broken panes of wood on the floor. You do see a table and some chairs that are sitting upright and straight. And you see two figures sitting in these chairs.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if the good father can make another house call.
And he knocks on the door.
As you knock on the door, one of the figures gets up and kind of dashes around a corner. It's a wall dividing kind of the sitting area from view of the front door. And the other figure gets up and kind of takes a defensive stance and approaches. As he gets closer, it is a young man who, with dark brown curly hair, the makings of a goatee, like it's there, but it's pretty thin and patchy. And who are you?
Hello, my son. I'm Father Winter with my brothers here, Mordecai first and Pumpkin. And
Pumpkin waves.
We have come here today
Because he lifts up the symbol of Lathander.
the good Lord of Light has come and spoken to me and told me to seek you out. You are very important if you are indeed the boy I'm looking for.
I am important? What is so important about me?
Is your name Myrrh?
Yes. Did Lathander tell you my name?
I'd like to make an insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just want to see if he's lying.
Good call. Father Shady Ass probably could have done that.
Father Shady Ass. That's got to be your next priest name. I am Father Shadias.
Shadias.
It's 11.
He seems to be genuine. Alistair's charade of priestlyhood seems to have deceived him.
Okay. My child, may we enter so as we could talk more intimately? The Lord's word is not for prying ears, as you understand.
You'll forgive me for asking you to, for me not inviting you in, if you take my meaning.
Oh, no, I completely understand. I assure you, you don't have to invite us in for us to come in, though, my son. Also, it is broad daylight.
He just kind of looks at the sky, the overcast sky of every day of Barovia, and doesn't say anything, and just kind of he stands there's a good breath between him and the door, like you wouldn't be entering any personal space walking in, but he's also not inviting you or making any gesture that could imply invitation.
Sure.
I'll step in.
Yeah, Alistair will go in as well.
So
Oh,
will
thank
Mordecai.
Oh, Father, thank you for indulging me. I forgive my rudeness after the attack a few nights ago. It's precautions and everything.
No, my son, it is completely understandable. Please, give me your hand. Allow me to make sure that you are indeed the boy that the Lord has sent me to find.
He holds out his hand to you, palm up, like a little confused, but he does it.
Alistair grasps him with the silver coin hand on his hand to see what happens.
So you quickly like reach out and grab his wrist and like clasp the silver coin in his hand. He oh you scared me for a second, Father.
Sorry, I have that. Tell me, my son, The Lord has told me many a thing, that you have a family and that you have recently come into money. How fortunate the Lord indeed smiles upon you.
If it is any consolation for the loss of my younger brother and our source of income, yes. After the other night, I found a beautiful dagger on the ground. It was in a pile of blood. I took it and sold it to the blacksmith for a couple pieces of gold to feed ourselves for a night or two.
Oh, a dagger, you say? Did it happen to look like this one?
And in a flash, he puts his dagger to the boy's throat.
Tell me, does this look familiar to you?
He's speechless. You hear him breathing very rapidly, and you hear a shriek from the other room. No, not my child! And Alistair, give me I guess make it a dexterity check.
Oof, this is going to be high. That is a 23.
Okay. From around the corner, the person you could only assume is his mother comes and attempts to. It's mechanically it's a grapple, but she's really just kind of putting her arms around you and trying to stop you from putting a knife to her son's throat.
Sure.
Please, Father, whatever he has done, forgive him.
I'm afraid not this time, ma'am.
She looks at you, Mordecai. What has he done?
He has done something. Of what I am not quite sure. Dear lady, give me your hand.
And he holds the hand that's got the silver in the palm, but he holds his hand palm down so you can't see it.
Right. She holds out her hand.
Take my hand.
She pulls back and gives you an inquisitive look. Remove your knife from my son's throat first.
That's a fair compromise, Alistair.
Done.
As you remove the knife from the boy's throat, she puts her hands on his face and like looks him in the eye, just checking him over, making sure he's all right. He's very flustered and he's still breathing very rapidly, but it's deeper now, not the shallow breaths it was before. After making sure he's okay, she faces you and offers you her hand.
Does anything happen?
As you take her hand and press the coin into it, nothing happens. There's no reaction.
Damn it.
Are you giving this to me?
No.
He snatches his hand away and puts the coin up.
Well, seems like we haven't found our werewolf, gentlemen.
Werewolf?
Yes.
The boy looks very like concerned. Is there a little wolf?
Yes, and it was attached to my knife that you stole and pawned like some sort of a thief.
And you killed our friend.
And it
Your
killed
dagger
our
is
friend.
important, Alistair, but he extends his hand out. But our friend has met their demise.
Young man,
Yeah.
can you tell us where you found this dagger? Or show us the way?
I'm sorry for the loss of your friends. Many have lost loved ones. I found it in an alleyway near the center of town. We were collecting bodies to give their rights to. And I saw it lying on the ground. It was covered in blood.
Oh.
I wiped it on my pant leg and hid it in my boot to sell for later. I saw an opportunity and I took it. I
Alistair,
did
I
not
think
know
we're
it
at the wrong
belonged to
house.
anyone in particular or anyone that might be
No one
still
blames you for
alive.
this.
I think Alistair, I think we got the wrong house.
What do you mean? This is the boy that that the Lord told me to find.
Yeah, I think the blacksmith just told you that the kid found the dagger and sold it to him, and we headhunted the kid. I think we should probably apologize and leave.
If you are hunting a werewolf and this dagger that I found is tied to it, there was a trail of blood leading out west.
See, that's what we came here for. We knew you knew that, kid. You're such a good kid, and I ruffle his hair. Don't forget, eat your vegetables and listen to your mother. It's time to go, Arnie. I mean, Alistair first.
Arnie's dead. With that,
I know,
let's take our break
I'm so
because
programmed.
I gotta pee real bad.
Fair enough. What a
Like, I had
great
to
time
pee
to
like
go
30
on
minutes
break.
ago. I was like, we're not even an hour in.
be
Let's
fine.
keep going. And I'm like, nope, can't anymore. Gotta go.
We'll be right back.
Oh, that's my camera. That's weird. There we go. Whoops.
Whoops, wrong camera.
Hey.
I just shared all of OBS to you guys. All right. See you guys. We'll be right back. We have a lot of explaining to do. Bye-bye.
Well,
Easy?
you just let me know when you have time, and you know where to find me.
I just want to make sure that we can help whoever or whatever we find here that may be in danger. I don't think that we could bring the moon along, but we'll do our best, right?
There's nothing justice can't accomplish. Let's go.
Yeah. You got a great attitude. I like that best about you.
Which way was it again, Yasha?
Dark storm.
It's this house over here.
That's right.
Darkstorm.
Thank you.
I just sort of look up at you.
Bravana, you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing myself all the time.
She comes around the corner with lemon bars, and
Oh shit, are those lemon bars?
you know.
Oh, we don't need you. Oh, fuck. Lemon bars? Hell yeah.
So she gives each of you 2 lemon bars.
Take 3.
You can have 2.5 because she breaks her one that she kept for herself in half.
Oh no, now I feel bad.
Oh, no, give
She's
her
holding
some.
both halves, and
No.
she says, "Do you want it or not?"
No, mom, eat it.
But I have lemons outside.
No, mom, eat it. You made that.
Literally shoves it in your mouth.
Mom, and then I give her my whole lemon bar that she gave me. And I go, it's eat. Oh, Jesus, mom.
Take the lemon bars, sweetheart.
Fuck, okay.
Thank you. I'll make more.
Come on down.
The siren or to me?
The siren.
Hi, have we met? My name is Siren.
He's jumped over the pit, gone to the hallway, and he's just gonna watch.
I can't believe I'm a part of this, but here we go. Siren, would you please check this door for me?
Yeah, it's a door. I've seen one.
No, it is on the other side.
Yeah.
On the other side.
What the fuck?
She opens the door and gets stabbed by spears.
Lauren's happy.
She has been stabbed by spears. She's still very much alive.
Curiosity, that is.
Look
that is
at
the
it. Don't
furthest
insult
thing
him.
From welcoming, or cute, or nothing.
He's our little pumpkin.
He is a monster.
No. I eat people. Am I a monster?
Yeah, but you married me.
Oh, you had to choose your words very carefully.
Well, it's a little different.
So afraid.
Look, if you just turn around and you can see the town.
You can use chrysanthemum.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
to make,
view.
Paint.
I wouldn't go in there. What did I just say?
Not trust her.
I wouldn't go in there.
What are we gonna do?
Thistle comes walking out with like a handful of raw meat, just eating it.
As soon as you try to eat the raw meat, I'm gonna smack it out of your hand.
Why are you doing this? It is a meal.
I'm sorry, just maybe cook it first. You're gonna get a tummy ache. You're gonna get the shits. You need to cook it first.
I will be fine. I am immune to diseases.
What if I cook it for you? Can I cook it for you?
No.
All right, well.
Hold my hand and get away from me.
I pick it back up and I just toss it back at her. You're gonna get the shits and you're gonna be really sorry you didn't listen to me.
He leans into Mordecai. Is this kind of a normal thing in this bar?
Yeah, it may be kind of an awkward situation for you, but for us, it's Tuesday.
First leans in.
What are we whispering about?
He was asking if this is normal.
He leans, he
Fame,
leans out and kind of leans back behind him. Jenny, you don't need to take note of anything.
But you don't change who I am. We could walk around as a group initially, and then if it starts to spin, we can go from there.
I'd agree.
Okay.
And worth noting, it's not illegal if you don't get caught. That is Waterdeep 101.
Yep,
It is still illegal.
Mordecai, you stress me out like a whole lot, buddy. I'm trying to like you, but my stress levels are here when I'm with you.
Zarina, you look great.
I will punch you in your throat right now.
Damn, that usually works.
Did anyone talk to anyone that saw?
Nope.
I am never gonna be good at this game, and I think I hate it.
Hi, Mom. I'm just
Mom.
calling to let you know that your son made it. I did it. No, I'm playing a game on a stream right now, but I said that, and so I actually called you to say that. Okay, next round starting. I love you, Mom. I did it. I called my mom to tell her son made it. Yes?
Do it.
He
Trevor the floor.
he puts his hand on the top of the box and it activates. Fleek. The box fills with hot soapy water, and you are literally going through a washing machine. You get sucked through the tube that is very, very small, and come out the other side cleaner than you've ever been in your entire life.
I think
Shall
he
we
has
see if he
sparkle.
survived? Shall we see if he survived?
First, I was really like,
First, please. No, let me get out of the way. And she pushes first out of the way. I want to open it. And Thistle, shoving first out of the way, comes up to the box, opens it to see a squeaky, sparkly, shiny, clean Fleek and very clean clothes of hers.
Came down to begin with.
Okay.
let's go different directions. You have really good stealth. Oh shit, you have to have me near you. You won't have pass without a trace, but you have better stealth than me. I can just give you the keys and I can go the opposite way. If they catch me, they catch me. It's fine. I'll just go back to that room with our friends.
What did you see in here first? What is in here?
Oh, there's a hallway, but I couldn't get through it because there's a big gated door and I couldn't fit under it. Not as a tiefling, as a snake. Clearly, I couldn't have.
Why don't we just try to knock this guy out and see what is inside?
Oh my god, that's a much better idea, for sure. Let's just do that. Oh, there's
And
darkness
as you
cast in there, so
say,
you're not going
let's
to
just...
And we're back.
We're back.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Hello. A dinosaur story.
I think that every time Sumner says we're back, thank you, Mick, for also thinking that. Now I'm not alone.
I love that movie. Professor
So do I.
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman is a T-Rex.
Yeah. She laid an egg.
So, what do we do the first half, guys?
Yeah.
Some devious shit is exactly what happened. So Alistair went and threatened a blacksmith while also commissioning a very nice chain whip. And then he threatened him to figure out where this beautiful silver kukri dagger came from. And he indicated that a young man by the name of Myrrh brought it in to pawn it. So Alistair's monster hunter sense started to tingle. His Alistair tingle, if you will, went off. And he thought this might, in fact, be the werewolf, not only responsible for killing Arnie, but for stealing his damn dagger, baby. And
is stealing if you insert the dagger into them and then they just leave?
Yes. It's my property, and they left with it. And in all fairness, Thistle's the one who threw it into the werewolf's bag.
But in fairness, you gave it to Thistle.
True, but I lent it. I said you could borrow this, and then that dastardly werewolf stole it.
To be fair, a third time, I don't recall if you said borrow or not, so I'm going to trust you on this.
Yeah.
I don't know otherwise, so I can't deny.
Yeah, he stole it. He stole it.
So,
what happened then? Kid. I put a knife to a child's throat while posing as a priest.
He is a young man. All right, we're not.
Sure,
we don't do violence to kids on Fateful Encounters unless they're possessed by a demon, and then it's just choking them out so the demon will stop possessing them.
Or if they're
a young man, he is an adult.
Okay,
he did have the starts of a goatee.
Yeah, he's like early 20s, like 20, 21-year-old.
Yeah, so I had to let him know that it's wrong to steal from people. As, we were just having some fun.
Priestly stuff.
Priestly
stuff.
Yeah, we were
Sometimes priests got to play hard love.
Yeah, we were just phrasing. We were just cracking up, just cracking some jokes. Couple of cats,
cards,
just a couple of little tricks.
Hey, yeah, he got his hair ruffled.
Can you focus on me and the point of my blade at the same time? Try it. It wasn't very fun, but yeah, why is my dagger?
Don't take your eyes off either of us.
Did I drop it in honey?
So, you found that you pretty easily found the kid with a performance from Mordecai and deception from Alistair. Found the kid who found your knife and sold it to the blacksmith for living money.
Living money,
everyone.
He
and his mother are not werewolves. Per Alistair's test, they are not werewolves.
Okay, they're not werewolves.
And he told you that he saw that a trail of blood led westward.
Sweet. Well,
from
now,
the town square.
Thanks to our local monster hunter, it looks like the monsters are about 2 hours ahead of us now. So let's go find that blood trail.
Let's say like 2 days because that happened 2 nights ago.
Yeah, 2 days, but like 2 hours more because it spent however much time hassling those kids. Am I right? That young man and his mother. And I nudge Alistair. How you doing, champ?
Little shit stole my dagger and got money for it that I'm going to have to pay to get back.
I mean, he found it. Would you have done any different at his age?
When I was his age, I had already killed 10 vampires.
Yeah, at his age, I had played for an audience of 20,000 people, and I killed a dragon. Listen, let's just go
and
find that blood trail.
5?
I'm still not even his age.
How old are you first? 2? 2.5 now.
I believe I'm 3 now.
Oh my God, we missed your birthday first.
That is true, yes.
How insulting. Anyway, shall we go find the fucking werewolf?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Hopefully we find him, but not doing that.
Yep. Well, let's head back. So we're gonna head back to where the blood we think should be, in the alley.
So you head back to the town square where you fought Ludmilla and this werewolf, and you see that the house that he leapt up on to escape when Thistle threw the knife into his back is indeed on the west side of town. You assume maybe he continued on down that way.
All right, well, here's your trail, Alistair. You ever track something like this? 2-day-old blood?
Several times. Damn.
Anything I can do to help? I'm afraid this isn't my area of expertise.
look around for any distinct hairs, claw marks, anything leading in a specific direction. I'm not entirely sure how close we were to dawn when we lost consciousness, but there's a large chance that with the wolf injured, if we were close to dawn, he wouldn't have gotten very far. He would have reverted to human form and possibly bled out.
Well, if we can find out where the wolf reverted, that might help us a ton.
Yes,
I will look around for clues around the area.
Yeah.
All right, give me an investigation check in this starting of cleaning and restoration of this town square that was literally like riots were happening the other night.
Oh, hold on. I got something.
Natural 20, baby.
Never mind.
Nice.
That's better.
I have 26.
26. Okay.
Good
Good investigation rolls. So you guys do find. I'll say you guys first finds between the vampire claw marks, the scorching of wood, the broken glass, just the pure chaos that happened the other night. First does find larger claw marks, like thicker, bigger than a vampire's claws, and a blood trail leading westward. It is heading along kind of the main road of the town, from what he can see. It is kind of sparse because it has started to been cleaned up. It's also been covered up in general by more chaos throughout the night, causing damage, but first is able to follow the trail. Are you going to follow it to where it ends?
Yes, I found the trail that's leading more to the west. Shall we continue?
Did we find anything along the way? Tufts of hair, anything like that? I'm just trying to think outside the box here. I don't.
Mordecai, are you literally repeating everything that I said? To make it sound like you came up with it by saying it after I've already told it to you?
No, I'm just trying to help,
Yeah. Oh, yes. Of course. Sure. But hey, you know what would really be a big help there, champ?
What's that, Alistair?
If you just stay very, very quiet.
Oh, are we being stealthy now?
Yes.
We're being watched?
Of course, yes.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll be really quiet now. I'll take really big steps, like really big, with my knees high up.
Yes. Lead the way first.
I want to be really, really, really quiet. I'm going to roll stealth.
Okay, roll stealth.
Rolled a 9.
Okay, so you guys are again middle of the day walking through the main street of Vallaki that heads east to west, heading west. You follow this trail all the way to the western wall of Vallaki, where it seems to end literally at the wall.
Okay. You think that's enough sneaking? You think we're still being watched, Alistair?
There's always that possibility. First, you see a body anywhere? Anything to indicate where the wolf could have fallen?
Do I see anything like that?
No. With a 25, the trail ends at the wall, and you think that he may have scaled the wall and left Vallaki.
Well, this may be a bit of a wild goose chase, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate.
Well, I had hoped that his injuries were more severe, that they would have slowed him down more, but seems he's escaped the town at least. There's no telling where he could be now. In any case, I don't want to spend any more unnecessary time pursuing him. Perhaps we should, in the morning, continue with the original plan to head to the House of the Dragon.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that's the place where that fella you met in jail marked, ain't it? Nope. I'm getting my X marks the spots mixed up.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Sorry, I've never been good with maps. Sheet music. All day long. Maps. Not a wink.
Yes, we are not far from the location. that we are heading to next is not far from one of the X's on the map.
Fantastic. All right, let's go to the Dragon House.
In the morning, it's best to go when we have more light. If we leave now, we'll be on the road in the middle of night and
Yeah,
probably
you're right.
dead.
You listen, you don't have to be an asshat to me every time you open your yap. It's exhausting sometimes. Is that how people think about me? I need to self-reflect more. I'm sorry, Alistair, for being myself, according to you and Thistle and First and Fame and Arnie and my mother. But we are trying to get a job done, and I feel like if we continue on this path, vampires aren't going to be the only thing at our throats. You dig?
Was that a threat, Mordecai?
No, I'm saying we're going to be at each other's throats. I don't want to be at your throat. I mean, it is very muscular. You're very handsome, but I don't.
Thank you.
Not in that way. You are very handsome.
Thank you.
Say a nice thing about me.
You...
While holding my hand. Hold my hand. Come on.
Alistair slightly brushes his belt and then reaches out to Mordecai's hand.
Holding my hand. Now say a nice thing.
As he grasps his hand, you feel a dart stab into your palm.
You are the most unique person I have ever met, Mordecai. Oops, that slipped. Sorry.
It's okay. It happens. That was very good. Yeah, I've been stabbed twice today for things I feel like I don't deserve.
First puts his hands on both of your shoulders.
I envy the fact that both of you can feel.
Why
Now,
do I
shall we
keep
continue?
buying white blouses?
Yes. And look, Mordecai, I want you to understand. It's not personal. I just hate you.
I get that. He said a nice thing. I'll take that W. He's going to continue limping because his leg is still stabbed from Pumpkin earlier to the nearest inn that he knows.
So you guys know the Blue Water Inn is kind of the only traveler's like respite in town. It's the tavern where you left Irina with the map of Barovia for planning.
That's right. Or we done everything.
Yes.
This is me kind of asking the DM what the heck has happened. Can we just go to our room, or is this room is this our room now, or do we pay for?
So
it
you
still?
guys have paid for 10 days of using this room, and you have used 3 of them since returning to Vallaki.
Okay. So I go to our room.
Okay. You head to your room.
Alistair wants to talk to Irina about getting some vials of water and a couple of things of oil.
So, okay. Irina is at the tavern section of the Blue Water Inn. Same as she has been and where you left her. As you enter in, she's sitting over this map, just still kind of pondering where to go, planning out your trip as best she can.
Irina, I understand that you know this area better than I. I have a need for some items, I believe, that you might be able to acquire, if possible, quietly.
What do you need?
In a word, holy water and holy oil.
Well, Father Lucian dead, holy water and holy oil might be difficult to come by. And Father Donovich is recently dead as well. The last holy man in Barovia right now is the abbey at St. Markovia.
That is where we are headed, that way. Could you at least acquire these items, again, quietly?
She looks at you for a moment, looks over her shoulder at Danica. The only other person in the entire tavern is Danica, who is behind the bar, and she is leaning on the bar, very bored, trying not to eavesdrop. And Irina gives you like a slight nod before saying, "I will do what I can, but with no holy man, I'm not sure how we can procure some holy water." But a very, very slight nod.
Such is a shame. Alistair leans in.
And if you can perhaps find any silver that could be used by a blacksmith, could use that as well.
Anything else on this shopping list you need me to get for you? It's quite more than you ought to be asking me.
How about a smile?
She just stares daggers at you. It's not a scowl, but it's very like it's a very kind of fuck you look.
That's what he was going for.
I will go see what I can do about procuring these things. She gets up from the table, leaving First's map there because it's not hers, and she makes her exit.
First is going to lean over to Alistair.
Alistair, it seems you know much about killing these vampires and other creatures. Could you perhaps bestow some of this wisdom upon to me?
Absolutely. It is both my life's meaning and my life's curse. What would you like to know?
Everything, if possible.
Very well. And I will teach you what it has taken me a lifetime to learn, at least as much as I can in the next few hours.
And I give First a crash course in monster hunting, baby.
Okay. What kind of stuff do you go over with them? I mean, I'm not looking for super details, but monster hunting is a very broad category.
I'll just stick to the basics of kind of what we've run into so far with vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, those are the two that I pretty much would have wanted to know the most about.
Yeah,
vampires.
Go
vampires
over
and
like
werewolves. Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, how he's killed them, the sort of weaknesses that he's aware of. There's the obvious stuff, sunlight, but moreover, how you would actually kill them in the coffin.
Yeah. Silver is a deterrent against werewolves. That cutting off the vampire's head and stuffing its neck with garlic is a way to kill them without sunlight. Running water burns them as if it's acid. Kind of some of the I hate saying basic, but some of the like very general weaknesses of vampires and werewolves.
Yeah, he doesn't go into like super detailed stuff that he's probably picked up over the years, but just the general gist that, maybe not everybody knows.
Yeah. All right. So is there anything else you guys want to do before we do this long rest and get going in the morning?
I'm good.
Mordecai is going to come out of his room wearing a robe. First.
Yes, Mordecai.
First!
I'm right here.
Oh, hey there, First. Hey, you've been making stuff for a while, yeah.
Yes.
Say, I've been stabbed an awful lot. I've been thinking. And I'm starting to think I don't want to be stabbed so much. Have you ever made armor before?
I have made some. And I have some left over. What style or weight do you want?
Well, I have Thistle's chain shirt, and it weighs me down. I can't do a lot of stuff while I wear it. I'm not very good at wearing it, apparently. But something like this leather thing I have here, and he kind of picks it up. it just doesn't do much. And you see there's a lot of slashes in it from all the times he's been slashed and stabbed and burned. So maybe something more? I've seen studded leather before. Can you do that?
Well, I have some scale mail here in my backpack.
Yeah, scale mail. You ain't using it?
I am not.
A little heavy, but...
I was until I found this elegant new plate set.
Yeah, I thought you looked beefier. I mean, if you won't mind, I'll lend you this chain shirt. I don't know if you'd want it, but...
Oh no, I am modifying this new set of armor.
Great. Maybe our friend wants it. He's been so nice to me, and he shows you his hand that has the stab wound.
It's just a little prick.
Yeah, I know you are, but like as far as like, so we. I'm sorry, I had to.
No, that was so good. That's why I said it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that'll work. I'm hoping to get some silvered items. He was talking pretty highly of them silver daggers, and I couldn't help but notice a lot of my slashes with my dagger weren't doing shit. So.
Yes, that is also why I asked about learning of the weaknesses of these new.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking around.
Enemies.
You probably need silver to make that, though.
I will need some silver, yes.
All right, I'll do that. That's a tomorrow problem. You get some sleep, buddy, and I slap you on the chest on the new plate armor. Ching ching.
I pull the scale mail out of the bag of holding and give it to you.
Perfect. And I go into my room and I pick up the chain shirt that's like, it's a little mossy from when Thistle gave it to me. Still has like her hair in it and stuff. And I go over to Alistair's room. And I just knock on the door. Alistair! Alistair!
The door opens slowly, but you don't see Alistair.
I have a gift for you, despite you stabbing my hand.
His head pokes around.
Oh, sorry about that. It was an accident, as I said, but nobody likes a little prick.
Yeah, that makes two of us. So, look at this chain shirt here. Do you want this or not? I couldn't help but notice you were pricked a lot by those bastards.
Indeed, I was.
Yeah, on the ground. You almost died. You remember that? I live in that moment sometimes. You want to prevent that? Chain shirt? What do you got?
Very well. I'll accept your gift. Mordecai, I feel as if we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Gee, you do not say.
Tell me about yourself. Where do you come from? What are you about? Does everyone try and stab you?
He kind of looks at you for a couple seconds in disbelief. He's wearing nothing but a robe that he's still bleeding through, holding scale mail.
Wait, you're not wearing the cat suit?
No, he's just wearing like the hotel robe. I just kind of.
This place does not have hotel robes.
He has somebody's robe.
All right.
He looks on the monogram. It says like Edward on it.
Totally mine.
Oops. I have the shift weave. It's definitely the shift weave. The cummerbund that turns into the robe. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Monkey Man, for that save. What am I about? Grew up. I have a sister that plays the violin. I got two parents. They love her more than me, so I went to Waterdeep to make a name for myself. Met my lovely wife, and I play a mean fiddle. Oh yeah, and I killed a dragon. Middle. Single-handedly, by the way. Play the violin with one hand. Harder than it sounds. Yeah, and then we had to fight through a couple more dragons, and wound it up in Barovia, and here we are, friend. And I gave you chainmail, and you stabbed me. Not in that order.
Well, I do apologize. I'm not exactly used to being around many people,
Right,
much
right.
less people such as yourself. Usually, I'm in the business of killing. Not a lot of people want to be friends with people like that. if
Yeah,
you
yeah. I
Catch
get
my
it.
meaning?
I was a lone wolf figure myself before finding these guys. I get it. And to be fair, you would have to stab me about 20 more times for you to meet Thistle and the amount of times she's drawn blood from me. So that's water under the bridge. It was not by a long shot the first time someone's tried to stab me or for being me, which I still struggle to understand why that is a bad thing. But what can you do?
Well, where I come from, my friend, I can understand that it's probably not been the easiest road for you, given your heritage.
And he motions up and down.
I understand that many of those in my profession make it their specialty hunting down your kind. I always found it a bit disgusting.
Yeah.
We can't all be held responsible for the sins of our fathers.
You know why they call me the Devil of Waterdeep, Alistair?
Because you look like a devil and you're from Waterdeep?
And I'm horny. And he bops you on the nose, and he walks to his room.
Oh my God. First, while you're downstairs, while all this is going on, you're approached by someone, another patron comes down the stairs, and he pauses at the bottom of the stairs before coming up to you. Where did you get that armor?
Okay, I totally forgot. Where did I get that armor? I remember it was somebody that somebody else knew.
When you went on your quest with Esmeralda.
That's right.
Before you fought Mothman.
What was the guy's name that owned that place?
Esmeralda's mentor. I don't know if she ever gave you his name.
A friend of mine said their friend was no longer using it. Have you seen this armor before?
No, I have not seen that armor anywhere before. Good day to you. And this guy kind of pats you on the shoulder and walks over to the bar and orders some food.
Okay.
Alistair needs a drink after being booped.
After being booped. Okay.
It's because his horns. He's a tiefling.
Booped him on the nose, though.
Inscrupulously so. The
Because
man
he knows Alistair hates it.
Oh, yeah. And it's very on brand for Mordecai. So,
And then-
Alistair, you go downstairs for a drink. You see first, again, there's not many patrons to be having drinks, and there are no drinks to be had. So,
We
really,
keep
the only
going
people
to
at the
them for
Blue Water
drinks
Inn
when
right
they
now.
do not have them.
Yeah, the only people at the Blue Water Inn now are people who are literally staying at the Blue Water Inn to stay the night. So it's just first another guy and the bartender, Danica, down there. Irina has not returned yet.
Okay. I guess I'll mosey on over to the bar and just try and strike up some conversation with Danica.
Oh, and what are you wanting tonight? You know we don't have anything to drink.
Just water is fine.
Just water? All right. And do you want any food with that?
What do you have?
We've got wolf, we've got mutton, we've got wolf and we've got mutton.
Mutton will be fine. You know, my teacher always used to say, "Fill up on mutton, boy, for we are the wolves." Whatever the hell that meant.
I don't know what that means either, but guess it means you'll be having mutton. And Danica heads off into the kitchen to get some mutton. The guy at the bar kind of says to you, "The hell kind of teacher did you have there?" Oh, wrong accent. What kind of teacher did you have there?
A harsh one.
Did he teach you well?
He taught me everything he knew.
Suppose that has a lot... Wow, I keep slipping into Scottish. That has a lot to do with eating mutton, then, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Well, to put it mildly, he ripped me from my mother's arms, turned me into a weapon, and then abandoned me when I no longer served his purpose. So, yes, I always enjoy a nice mutton.
And you call this man your teacher?
He was like a father to me.
A father does not treat his child that way.
One would think so, yes, but apparently he's a pretty shitty father.
Well, at least you had a father. Figure.
He's certainly something, that's for sure. He would slap me if he heard me call him my father figure, or father for that matter. Tell me, friend.
This man sounds like a very terrible person.
He is, without a doubt, the worst man I have ever known. But he's damn good at what he does. What about you, friend?
What about me?
What brings you to a glorious establishment such as this? I take it the mutton is better than I'm imagining it will be.
It's a roof over my head.
Well, I can't argue with that.
And what about you? Why are you here? I mean, here in this establishment.
My companions and I are leaving in the morning to go on a bit of a journey towards a place not far from here. I believe it is known as the House of the Dragon. And I'm searching for my teacher, amongst other things.
Why would you search for a man like that?
I have need of him. Even though he is a terrible bastard, he is quite useful when it comes to my profession.
Well, if he taught you, and he's the only thing he's good at is what is his job, might make sense. Well, here's to you finding your teacher, I guess. He holds up a fork full of mutton as Danica brings back a plate of mutton for you as well.
Thank you. Put it on Mordecai's tab.
All right, he already owes me quite a bit, you know.
I imagine he does.
People keep putting shit on my tab, I will.
Are we not friends now?
I'm pretty sure I haven't opened a tab.
You have now.
I was just gonna think the debt collector is a fan.
Hey, you owe me. I already gave you a damn encore. What more do you want?
What do you want from me?
What do you want from me? I can keep playing your songs, baby. You owe me. Fine.
and I'll chow down on the old mutton.
All right. So in the morning, you guys awaken with a long rest. Alistair, you, I guess you head out to the blacksmith to get your chain whip.
Mm-hmm. And my dagger.
And your dagger. So you arrive at the blacksmith in the morning, kind of ready for you now, knowing that he's expecting someone and not someone to just come in and loot his place. It's a far less aggressive greeting. As you enter the smithy, he kind of hobbles around the corner with a big yawn. Oh, morning there, laddie. Oh, I finished your whip. I had to actually rework the entirety of the head of the mace here to attach a chain loop to it, so I could loop it to the rest of the chain here. But I got it done.
Oh, delightful.
He takes a look at it.
Yes, this will do quite nicely. Thank you, my friend. Oh, and my dagger.
Yes, and your dagger is right here. He puts it on the table next to the chain whip. Altogether, along with he pulls out the 4 stakes from the other day as well. Laddie, if you could make me a promise. If you kill the bastard who was responsible for the other night, the woman with he kind of like makes a gesture to his jaw, like an elongation of his mouth, and all the gold. You promise me you can kill that woman. You can have this for 2 gold.
I promise I can indeed kill her. In fact, I'll kill the devil himself.
As you say that, he kind of makes like a sign. I almost did just an actual sign of the cross. He makes a sign of the Morning Lord, which is an open-faced palm over his heart. Are you sure you killed that woman first, at least?
Of course. Oh, one more thing. Do you have a small dagger? 2, preferably.
He gestures back over the trunk. I got a lot of daggers if you're willing to take something that's not silvered.
Yes, no, that's perfectly fine. They're gifts.
Take what you need, lad.
Thank you, my friend. And he grabs a few daggers.
Okay. How many do you grab? Just 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And he does not charge you because you are doing him a solid. So you guys all meet out by the western gate of Vallaki in the morning. Irina is there, already waiting for you. As you approach Alistair, she kind of punches you in the shoulder. Did you get everything? Did you get everything you need?
Yes, everything I needed. Did you?
Not everything, but enough. And she hands you a decent-sized burlap sack. Inside you find 3 vials of holy water, not all the way filled, maybe 3/4 of the way each, and 1 flask of holy oil. You assume is holy. I guess you don't know, but they are in fancy bottles.
Nice bottles.
There will be no more. I may have stolen from the church.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure the gods know that we have more need of it than they do. And what of the silver? Were you able to find anything?
No silver.
I didn't think so.
Plenty of gold in the Church of Lathander, but no silver.
Garish. Thank you. This will be more than enough for now.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, Mordecai.
Hello.
Morning, Mordecai.
New day, new morning, new travels.
On that note, Mordecai.
Yeah.
I did some thinking.
And?
How's your hand?
I don't want to talk about it. Why?
How is it? Let me see it.
And he shows you the palm of his hand. And it's got a bandage around it. It's okay. It'll heal just fine.
I see. I did some thinking, Mordecai, and I feel terrible for stabbing you because you were being very annoying.
So you didn't do it on accident?
No. I felt that was pretty obvious. But your maneuver that you pulled outside my room, I believe you called it a boop?
Yeah, I booped you. It's what I do to intentionally make people mad. Why?
I believe we got off on the wrong foot, and I just wanted to say I'm sorry, and that's blood for blood.
He takes one of the daggers that he got from the blacksmith,
whoa,
cuts his own palm, pulls the bandage off Mordecai's hand, and clasps his hand.
Holy smokes! Why? All right,
you and I are now blood brothers.
Oh.
And we will see this till the end. And this is for you, a gift.
And he boops him on the end of the nose with the knife and hands it to his other hand.
Boop.
Mordecai is shocked, but has this massive grin on his face. Like,
I thought you were going to say erection.
No! No! That's hysterical, but no. He's very, very happy. And he's just, he immediately looks to first. Did you see that?
Yes, I've heard of these blood transfusions. Sometimes it's not safe.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that part seems unnecessary. I mean, I'll take it, though. I've never had a brother before. Sister, we don't get along very well. Brothers, though. Maybe this time it could be different.
It's more of a ceremonial type thing.
Wow.
It just means that we're probably going to die together.
Oh, yeah, I mean, look where we are. And yeah, I mean, look at us. And I put my arm around you. Ha! No one will ever think we're brothers, because you are a human with short hair, and I'm a tiefling with blue skin.
What if I die?
We make a fine pair. And he unleashes you, and he leaves without you having to make him leave.
Before you leave, from the gate, the western gate of Valaki, Thistle comes up, an entire dead deer over her shoulders, and she's like, "What are you doing with my husband? Do I have two husbands now? Have you shared? I saw the blood exchange. I know what this means. I know you are now one person between the two of you."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you play your cards right, Thistle, yeah, you got two, but otherwise you gotta earn my brother's respect over here.
Wait, you're brothers now? When did this happen?
Yeah, we're blood brothers, baby. Did you catch us some brekkie?
I caught myself some breakfast.
A whole deer,
did you
baby?
Want some? You should go hunt yourself your own deer.
I can't. You know I can't do that. Can I have like a haunch?
We'll see. And that's what we're gonna call it for tonight, guys. Setting off on the road to the dragon's house.
Thank you for reminding me. I was gonna do it next session, but I might as well do it now. Right as he refers to him as the brother, I'm gonna take out the wand of smiles and I'm gonna beep onto Alistair without him seeing me do it. So you have to do. I believe it's is it a wisdom saving check?
It might be. Let me see. I think it is a wisdom save, but let me double check.
Fuck, that was a 2
It's
before I've
probably
even
higher
looked
than
at
that.
what it's.
You are smiling against your will.
Yeah, so I have so that's technically a 1 because I rolled a 2 and I have -1 on my wisdom. So he does smile, but it's kind of like when Wednesday Addams does it in Addams Family Values when she comes out. So it's like,
I was gonna say, like, he's got a smile on his mouth, but a scowl in his eyes. So it's a very threatening smile almost. That's what I was imagining.
Like a car salesman.
Yeah. He does not. There's little joy in this smile.
There's little joy in this smile.
Yeah, there's a smile, but it's like a cashier on Thanksgiving. It's
when somebody's like, "Oh, it's not ringing up. I guess it's free."
Guys, it's free. It's that smile.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a can you check in the back smile.
Oh, and then they leave and they say Happy Thanksgiving.
A smile that doesn't reach the eyes at all.
Yep, exactly. All right, so we're ending a little early, but everything else that's planned would.
What are you laughing at? Memes in Discord?
Last meme.
Yeah.
The new meme.
Oh my god.
Oh, hold on. I gotta. Okay, gotta go back to the map view. Here we go. Oh,
Yeah, we gotta look at the memes from tonight, guys, because there are some funny ass memes. I gotta go back and look at some of them.
This is from Red Pandacle. After getting hit with a wand of smiles, Alistair. That was so fast.
Oh man.
Oh my god, it's good.
Yeah, it's that. Oh my god, that's funny. Is that Pumpkin? Gup, is
There
that
it is. That's the one.
Is that the one? Oh my god.
What is that?
Is that I see Pumpkin. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, I'll take it. Because that's what I see when I see Pumpkin. God damn, that's funny. Let's start from the beginning because these are all massively funny. Oh my god. There are so many. I may skip a few.
Oh my god, there are so many.
Oh my god, there's so many.
The boop smile with fucking Carol.
Pumpkin when Mordecai says his vote doesn't count and his voice doesn't count. Alistair pretending to preach like a cleric and Mordecai is just like, That was a really fun scene, by the way.
Sorry, I cut you. I'll cut myself. He is pretty good at, I love that. I'm glad that you picked up that he just literally carries a bag full of different, like.
When you did that, I had an image in my head of just a Rolodex of gods, and you just pull out a holy symbol for. Oh yeah, here we go. El Lathander.
Yep.
Oh, so we saw this one on break, and I was like, "Holy shit, we are actually Miguel and Tulio from El Dorado."
Yeah.
With Alistair being like this roguey like liar like by trade, and Miguel being just this buffoon.
Mordecai
of a
being
musician.
just an embellishing like embellisher. Like embellishing is exactly what he does. I mean, it went from befriending a dragon to slaying a dragon to slaying 3 dragons to I don't even know what he tells people now. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
I know. And Tulio makes fun of Miguel a lot. Like, and Miguel's like, whatever. Like, I can totally see Tulio being like Miguel, I need you to be quiet right now. So we're being sneaky right now. And he just does it without question.
Yeah.
I feel like Mordecai ended up being dumber than I anticipated at the beginning of this, but I really like it.
What other memes do we got today?
We got some good ones.
What'd you say, Mick?
Memes. I said the boot memes are
the boot
just
memes.
Oh no, the Bernie Sanders one though.
Oh yeah, the Bernie Sanders.
I am no longer asking. That one got me really good.
Dude, when Mordecai started sneaking, like all I could think of was Crunk and yeah.
Yes, my first thought was Scooby Doo, and then as soon as that you said something or someone said something in chat, I was like, oh my god, that's exactly what this is.
So this one, I chuckled like I forgot to mute when I laughed at this one. Mordecai and Alistair is literally centimeters from murdering a child. I'm going to stop you right there.
I'm going to stop you right there.
So Dylan, you want to explain this one?
Yeah, Pumpkin stabbed you.
Pumpkin stabbed me. That's the whole punchline.
And he's coming up to flirt with Thistle.
It's so good.
It's Mr. Steal Your Girl.
It's a Ninja Sex Party meme.
Yeah.
And it is incredible.
I just literally searched stab meme and that came up and I was like, cool, got it done.
Pumpkin Man actually pulled a screenshot of your frame and put it on this one.
Yes.
Corporate needs to find the difference between these two pictures. Found these two pictures.
is just Mick and Simon Belmont. They're literally the same picture.
I'll take it.
They
are though. You're very Simon Belmont. Did you watch Castlevania recently? And you're like, I have to play that now.
No. Actually, that wasn't the idea for Alistair. Darth Maul from Rebels is and Clone Wars is a lot of where I got the idea for Alistair from.
All right.
In terms of him being like, betrayed, abandoned, super pissed off. He's not entirely like, like he is a monster hunter by trade. So in that sense, like, yeah, he's similar to like Trevor is in Castlevania, but Darth Maul was the original inspiration.
That's
the way you play him, at least because you're around like friendlies instead of enemies or people to be mean to more than you are. You really do have a very like season 1 and 2 Trevor attitude of just like everyone sucks, fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill you right now.
But I'm also very skilled.
Yeah, the voice is absolutely Darth Maul's. I was wondering if somebody was going to pick up on it before I said what it was, but yeah, the voice is absolutely Darth Maul.
The expertise in monster hunting was also very Trevor Belmonte.
Yeah. Well, talking with Dylan about when I was coming in, we both had kind of said like we I think came to the agreement of like, yeah, let's do the monster hunter route.
He had a couple of ideas and I was very like, whatever's fun for you. And I worked with him to try and find a good into the game was my contribution. Don't put this on me. Alistair is your baby. I just was like, how are we going to fit him into Barovia? Monster hunting. There's a lot of monsters. There's a lot of monsters in Barovia.
That seemed to be like the easy entry point for me coming into the campaign to be a monster hunter. It's like, why would he be there?
Right.
Kill monsters, baby. So yeah, that was why. But the Trevor Belmont thing, I'll take it because I want to say it is hard to like keep this fucking dry and like asshole-ish because I don't want to be. If you see the stuff I do on Wednesdays, I like to be a little bit more fun and not a dick.
Fucking Nick Cage.
Well, this is your second in-game day with these people. Like you're still getting to know them, and it's great because Sumner mentioned this in character, but this is how Mordecai started out, being very dickish. He was much more like flamboyantly boisterous about it, but he was still a huge dick to everyone.
Yep.
And
I actually literally thought about that this same game, like about how like the tables have turned for Mordecai.
Yeah.
The turns table.
Well, they have and they haven't. He's still a huge dick. He's just kind of like warmed up and
but like a lovable dick.
Yeah.
Well, and he's less of a dick to like the rest of the group now because they're like in it together, kind of. And I'm looking forward to Alistair kind of like, all right, that's just how Mordecai is. Just ignore him.
Mordecai's trying to defuse him. You
booped him on the nose, dude.
He keeps getting stabbed. But if that tells you anything, if you stab Mordecai and he keeps coming back, you're friends for life, unless you murder him. And
now they're blood brothers.
Now we're
blood brothers, which I did not see coming. I think that's super neat.
Mordecai's
got a lot of stuff I can do with that. Back to the memes.
Well, yeah, but also True Potato Man and Avery Berries both said the voice sounds incredible and didn't place it until you said it.
Thank you.
And Panda.
Same. I like as soon as you said Darth Maul from Clone Wars, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what that voice is.
I actually did the voice for Sam Witwer, and his reaction was interesting.
He was just like, you're about to upstage me, boy.
His eyes were like, and he was just like, yeah, he didn't say anything. He just was like,
can somebody murder the man in the second row so I can keep my job, please?
And we were like, this is when I met him at Dragon Con, and we're like separated by plexiglass. And I was like, yeah, I'm a voice actor as well. Like I did a challenge where, I did,
my road has been so long and so darker than I could have ever dreamed.
And he was just like, and then he gave me advice about like, I'll give you the advice that my agent gave me. Just do the voices. And I was like, it's like the literal worst advice.
Right.
He's like, just play.
if you do the thing and you do it right and you don't fuck it up, it works. It just works.
Yeah, that was basically the energy. And I mean, he is insanely handsome if you've never seen Sam Witwer, like ridiculously so. And I'm like, yeah, Sam, sorry that you have an on camera and a voice acting career and are stupid handsome. That's got to be hard. I didn't say that to him. He's a very sweet man.
But you thought that to him very directly.
Water
tastes good. Glug, glug.
He is a super, super handsome man.
Yeah, he is. Look at that jawline. Fuck that guy. All right.
Yeah,
that jawline is very like
when they.
That's like Henry Clavell levels of jawline.
Yeah, get that out of here.
Yeah, get that guy out of here.
I sliced my heart to ribbons.
When I was getting him to sign an autograph, like his person that was with him that like handled all that stuff was like, "Well, do you want to get a picture with him?" And I'm like, "Do you see how fucking handsome he is? I can't do that."
Adam Driver. That. What are some of the things that John Oliver says about Adam Driver? Anyway. I want to look that up because that's a rabbit hole I'll never go back to. I'll never climb out of. Trade offer. This was one from Red Panda Cole in the Discord. I receive you trying to flirt and generally compliment me, Alistair. You receive a knife to the gut. Or to the hand. And then, of course, first after learning that werewolves are weak to silver.
I am Silverman.
I do like it. I am Silverman.
Oh my god, I love this meme format. I killed 10 vampires when I was his age. And of course, the stink that you put up when you had to buy your own dagger back for only 2 gold. 2 gold.
It's the principle of the thing, you know?
Unbelievable.
I will never financially recover from
the
this.
next one, though, Potato Wife. I didn't think this, and after I saw this, I was like, absolutely, that's all I think.
So I used the shift weave to put this on, and that's when I booped him.
And that's when you booped him.
This tiefling bleeding wearing this.
Yeah, I'm bleeding through it, for sure. I'm absolutely bleeding through it in multiple places. And then all the boop memes come.
All of the boop memes.
All of the boop memes.
Visible confusion.
Alistair, post-boop, visible confusion. Thinking about my father figure / teacher, Alistair. Yep. So much anything Star Wars is worthy. Oh my god, 11, you guys fucking take the photos. I got the greatest fans in the world. The Mordecai thinking the debt collector wants his autograph.
Oh my god.
It's like put it on Mordecai's tab and you're like, he owes so much already, and I'm like, the player's like, what? I haven't ordered anything. The one thing I bought was a bottle of wine, which I paid for up
You did
front.
pay for. Yeah.
So I want to know who the fuck is putting shit on my tab.
Man, maybe you'll have to inquire about that, because
I'm gonna have to. Well, if the debt collector comes after me, I will have no choice, will I?
They're gonna be like, sir, you owe 3,000 gold.
Your Middle Earth credit score ain't doing hot. So
Where's silver?
Where's silver?
Where's silver? The fact that you said poor Irina, like, I need all of this shit. Bye.
Is there anything else that you need? How about a smile?
And then I gotta go back to it. Boop. Holy shit, so funny. You guys killed me.
Killing it.
Oh.
And he's got a smile.
And he's got a smile.
Yeah, and he's got a smile.
Unbelievable. Favorite part.
Alistair stabs his hand, shakes his bloody hand to Mordecai's bloody hand with that look on his face.
Yeah.
We're blood brothers now.
Brug brother.
Blood brothers.
We're Brug brothers.
We're pretty close.
We're pretty close, you'd say.
We're like brothers.
That was a nice touch with, yeah. Oh my god. Like a tumor. We're tumors.
There's always a SpongeBob quote. There's always a SpongeBob.
There's never not.
So who are we raiding? What do we got?
Favorite parts.
Oh,
favorite parts. That's right.
Well, you go first, Sumner.
I'll look for it.
Step on me, you handsome wall of beef.
Wait, step on me. Did you look it up? Oh, dude, what does he say?
Potato Man put it in the chat.
Oliver.
Step on me, you handsome wall of beef.
There might be a raid phrase in here too, because why not?
So for me, ooh, it's tough because there were so many good moments where I got to be a fucking asshole, and but it's, I don't know, it's like a few things. It's really feeling like Alistair is becoming part of the party, if that makes sense. Like, first recognizing that, like, hey, he knows some things that I need to know, and being like, will you teach me things? So he sits down and is like, yes, I will happily tell you everything that you need to know. You know, fucking
yeah. You're kind of the direction that this party's been kind of lacking. With, you know, it's been kind of survive and, you know, help people that we can, but, you know, it's Barovia. There's vampires and werewolves and other. I can't spoilers say what other monsters are here, but
It's
lots
a
of
hag.
monsters everywhere.
Zach knows, you know, the weaknesses of these things, but first has no fucking clue.
Yeah. And that's like one of those things that, like, from an ability standpoint, I feel like Alistair's probably the one that brings the least to the table, because, you know, he's a rogue, so he just stabs things, and, like, if he's lucky, sneak attack, like, and that's kind of it. But what he makes up for in his you know, ability, he has knowledge. So, and he's one of those things where it's like he's happy to pass along, here's how you kill monsters, because if there's one thing that he does like to do is kill monsters.
I kind of myself am not a huge fan of, like, I play this class and, like, that's just your identity.
Yeah.
And I feel like Alistair's, like, identity is the monster hunter, not the rogue.
Oh yeah.
Mordecai, I mean, can maybe say it's a bard, but he's just that boisterous, kind of cocky. He doesn't feel like a bard. He feels like himself, and bard just gives him the mechanics to be this character. Same with First. First doesn't feel like First feels like these are just parts of him that he's using, not that he is an artificer who made these things. Mm-hmm. And I feel like Alistair fits that really well as well, where he's not a rogue in D&D. He's Alistair, the monster hunter, and rogue is just giving him the toolkit to play that out.
It's more of the disguise, you know, deception aspect of a rogue, not necessarily like, because that's like, you know, this is more of like a conversation for Deck of Many Fates, but it's one of those things that, like, I kind of decided early on, if I were ever to play a rogue, I didn't want to be the stereotypical, like, I'm gonna just steal everything rogue, and like that's my thing, and like that's what I want to do, and if, like, that's how people play rogues, that's totally fine, but that's just something that, like, I never really wanted to do as a rogue. Yeah. Like, could he steal something? Sure, but it's not what motivates him. It's not what his purpose is. You know,
that's how I was when I played Chains. Like, I wasn't like, oh, shiny things everywhere, I'll take them. Mm-hmm. No, that wasn't his style.
Yeah. Avery Berry says their favorite moment was Mordecai clumsily endearing himself to Alistair, so he clumsily opens up. I thought that's probably one of my moments too, honestly. I think weirdly enough, I know it wasn't a planned moment or anything, but the inn, honestly, where everyone kind of did their own thing. I talked to First for a little bit, talked about the item, then I went to give the chainmail to Alistair. It felt like a real moment, like a real realistic moment, I guess. Kind of going over like, hey, like I need to give you this. Otherwise, it's just like okay, well, I give this to you. I feel like item giving is meta a lot of the time. So yeah, but yeah, that was probably.
Well, that's something I really appreciate about this group is, like, there's never like I feel like and maybe we haven't, I just don't remember it, but I feel like we're like, there's never a moment where it's just like, I give you one of my rations here, you now have a ration, or for whatever reason. There's very little, if any, like meta. Right. It's always like, oh, hey, I got this shift weave first. It has these different outfits. Here, put it on and turn it into a wig so you can be the lawyer.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not just pen and paper. This mechanically is what's happening. It's
right.
Role played out, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I think my favorite part though was Alistair's priest on the preaching on the corner, and then Mordecai coming with like the same box, but then just like the 1/4 inch taller, playing music to like accompany him, but also I'm standing a little bit taller than you.
Yeah,
At first had no idea what to do, so he was just praise Lathander as like we're all leaving.
Oh, it's right, because I was wondering what first was like, and I guess that's the first time you like first has actually not been like, actually that is not his deity or whatever, like just like went with the lie.
I have no idea. I
Or
don't know
benefit
who his
of the
deity
doubt.
is.
Yeah. That was a fun moment because I imagine like everything you were doing was being complimented by the music, and like when you said Lathander, light opens up from the sky kind of thing, and it was just like we are charlatans, we are absolute charlatans, but we're trying to save them at the same time. So is it bad? Who cares? So it's just funny. Plus small moments where I can remind people how fragile Mordecai's ego is.
It was good, you know, because Alistair's obviously like that's a good go-to for him is like, oh, pretend you're a priest because people trust priests. Like most people just come and listen to what you got to say, but it was the good assist.
And that's why we're brothers now.
That's why we're brothers now. Fine.
You'll be like Savage. It's cool.
Brother.
Let's see if I can find.
I'll be Ventress.
Yes, you can be.
And I'll be Ventress.
And I'll be Dooku.
All right. Oh, hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Oh, Jen.
How you doing?
Hello. I am
Hello
back there. Before we go, tomorrow, doing our second round of our awesome one shot. That's really great. You should check it out, man. And Thursday, Deck of Mini Fates. Interview with Sumner. And then we're also doing more after we interview Sumner. So check it out. If you have any questions, tab in the Discord for Fateful Origins.
You're interviewing Sumner. What if I have questions that I've always wanted to ask Sumner and I just can't because I'm friends with him, but I can't ask him for some reason? Is there somewhere that I could ask questions?
You could do so in our Discord in the Fateful Origins tab, in where I will ask them for you on your behalf and identify.
You would do that for me?
I would do that, and I would identify that the question came from you.
Oh, really?
Just so
you would give me credit for my own question. You are a good man. Thank you so much. Mick.
You know, I try.
Because if I don't know who asked the question, I'm going to assume it was Mick.
And spooky, scary story contest in Drawtober. I don't know about those things, so I need somebody else to talk about those.
So spooky, scary story contest. Well, I know about the spooky, scary movie night, but I don't know about the story contest. And Drawtober, we did it last year. We're doing it again this year. We are, it's the same as a lot of stuff. It's Drawtober. It's every day in the month of October. You draw. There's a prompt, and everyone shares what they draw. And was there a decision made on what scary movie we're watching for a scary movie night?
There was, but it slips my mind.
I don't know if there was a decision
I realize how unhelpful
made.
that is. Wow, we're really off the ball on this one, aren't we, guys?
Oh, Drawtober is a weekly prompt for FE.
Happening.
Oh, there's still voting happening on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we decided on
the winner will be announced on the 21st for which night, which movie will be chosen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I voted for several. I don't know if that was allowed or not, but I loved several of them, so I also
voted for several.
Nice. All right, me and Zach are in this together.
You got to do what you got to do.
It's true.
So who are we raiding?
Who are we raiding?
I see a group here called Shattered Tabletop Games. We're still new to the Tuesday D&D scene, so we're going to say hello and introduce Fateful Encounters and everything that we do to these guys, to Shattered Tabletop Games. They do not have follow only, and we're good to go. What are we saying?
Praise Lathander or something.
I don't know. I'm not opposed to that.
We're blood brothers now.
We're blood brothers now.
Oh, I like that one. That one's good.
There we go.
We're blood brothers now. Forever and ever. Play with me, Mordecai.
Sorry, that's
You know
came
he
up.
will,
Yeah,
whether you like it or
Pumpkin will
not.
come along too.
that's right. And I feel like Alistair and Pumpkin are. Oh damn it! That's why I got 2 daggers. I was gonna give one to Pumpkin, but I completely forgot.
Oh,
well,
please
next
don't
time.
give him another
Sounds like
weapon.
we'll have to do that next week.
On
Right here, the same place at the same 7:30 Central Standard Time. For more Strahd. You're gonna go to the House of the Dragon. I know this episode was titled House of the Dragon, but we got distracted by
We sure did.
an innocent boy who found a dagger on the ground and then was blamed for being a werewolf.
All right,
You'll
guys.
die.
Here we go, everybody. Have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow with the one-shot bounty board. Good night.
Night, guys.
Bye. Have a beautiful time. Had to say it.